Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and find those hidden gems, those real opportunities in sectors you might think are pretty straightforward. Today, we're digging into agriculture and food processing. Sounds traditional, right? But we're focusing on a very specific, really dynamic spot in Northwest Alberta, the Grande Prairie that's pronounced Grande Prairie Greenview Corridor. Our mission, to pull out the key insights for you from some pretty deep source material. We've got data from Lightcast, IBIS World, manifold data mining. The goal is to pinpoint where the real growth opportunities are, especially if you're a professional looking at this sector strategically. So this Grande Prairie Greenview area, it's big, almost 40,000 square kilometers, a gateway region. But what's the foundation here? What makes it poised for growth?
Well, yeah, the size is impressive, but it's more about the strategic pieces already in place. You've got the city of Grande Prairie, the main hub, northwest of Edmonton. But crucially, there's a strong post-secondary institution, a new hospital, a skilled workforce, and significant business supports already there. The sources we looked at actually say it's poised for unprecedented growth and opportunity by 2031.
Unprecedented growth. That's quite a statement. And the numbers seem to suggest a real need for people, too.
Absolutely. Projections show a need for over 4,000 skilled workers by 2031 across key sectors: energy, healthcare, ag, education, logistics. It supports a trade market of about 300,000 people. So yeah, it really paints a picture of a vibrant regional economy.
Okay, so that sets the scene. Now let's zero in on ag and food processing. It's a target sector for the region, you said.
That's right. It's actually heavily concentrated here compared to the rest of Alberta. And interestingly, locally, it's one of the faster growing sectors overall.
Are growing. Okay, so what does that look like on the ground? How many businesses are we talking?
So in 2024, about 5,505 businesses. That's roughly 9% of all businesses there. Now, the vast majority are farms, 1,442, plus another 49 in support activities. But the part that gets interesting for growth potential is the manufacturing side. It's smaller numbers, sure, but significant. We're seeing 7 beverage manufacturers, 2 meat product places, 2 bakeries, and tortilla makers.
And mostly small operations.
Yeah, that's a key point. 75% of the businesses that have employees employ fewer than 4 people. So lots of small, potentially nimble enterprises.
And within the farming base itself, what are the main activities?
Beef cattle ranching is the biggest, 427 businesses. Then you have other grain farming, around 235, and hay farming with 137. So solid mix, but, livestock and grains are definitely the backbone of the primary production side.
Right. Okay, now here's where it gets maybe a bit confusing for someone looking purely at the top line numbers. The overall employment projection for ag and food processing, it shows a decline, doesn't it? From nearly 1,500 jobs in 2024 down by about 15% by 2031. How does that square with it being a growth sector? What's going on underneath that number?
That is the critical point to understand here. That overall number, that projected decline, it completely masks significant growth in very specific subsectors. It's all happening within food processing. That's where the strategic opportunities really are.
Ah, okay, so the headline number is misleading. The real action is hidden deeper down.
Exactly. Classic case of needing to look beyond the aggregate data.
So let's pull those out. Which specific subsectors are actually showing that strong job growth, the ones professionals should be tracking?
Okay, the data points very clearly. Bakeries and tortilla manufacturing, that's projected for a 26% jump in jobs by 2031, going from about 99 jobs to 125.
26%? Wow. Okay, what else?
Then you've got meat product manufacturing, projected for a 19% increase. That's 74 jobs up to 88.
19%. Also solid.
And beverage manufacturing, too, looking at a 14% increase from 43 jobs to 49. So bakeries, meat, beverages, these are the value-added areas showing real expansion. Those are the pockets you need to watch.
That really highlights that shift towards value-added, doesn't it? And this isn't just a forecast, that the current activity reflects this, too. What about recent job postings?
Yeah, it lines up perfectly. The job posting data from Jan to Diglup 2024, the top subsectors popping up were beverage manufacturing, other food manufacturing, and those bakeries and tortilla places. So it confirms where the demand is right now.
And what about compensation in those roles?
The median advertised salary was around $50,200. And significantly, a quarter of those postings offered over $75,000. So definitely solid professional level opportunities there.
And we should remember, it's not just the direct processing jobs, right? The whole sector needs support roles.
Absolutely. That's a crucial point. The entire ecosystem relies on diverse skills. Think heavy-duty equipment mechanics, vital for keeping everything running. Their average wage is almost $88,650. Transport truck drivers, obviously essential. They're averaging around $69,740. And supervisors in food and beverage processing managing that growth we talked about, they're seeing average wages near $69,000.
So good wages in key supporting roles across the board. Okay, given that context, what are the big picture drivers shaping the future here for both farms and the processing side?
For farms, a couple things. Input prices are expected to stabilize a bit, helped by rising interest rates globally and smoother supply chains, hopefully. And interestingly, the conflict in Russia and Ukraine is actually expected to keep boosting profitability for local oilseed operations. That's a big crop there.
Makes sense. And nationally, what trends are fueling the demand for the processed goods, the things made in those growing subsectors?
Nationally, you've got shifting consumer tastes, big push towards health-conscious products. That creates openings. Trade agreements like CUSMA are also important for market access, facilitating that trade across North America. And then there's the whole integration of new ingredients, new food tech, responding to how people eat now. That drives innovation for processors.
So the market demand is there. But how does the region actually support businesses trying to capture these opportunities?
Yeah.
It's not just about having farms nearby, right?
Yeah.
There's an ecosystem involved.
Totally. It's a really connected system. You've got the Grande Prairie Chamber of Commerce, kind of the central hub. Then more specialized groups like GPRN, the Grande Prairie Regional Innovation Network. They specifically help innovators connect with resources to scale up.
Okay.
And organizations like Community Futures, Grande Prairie, and Region. They offer support all the way through, from starting up to growing, financing, marketing advice, the whole package.
So comprehensive support. Any groups focused on networking or maybe specific workforce segments?
Yeah, the ATB Entrepreneur Center is great for networking and workshops connecting businesses. And Women Building Futures is doing really important work connecting women to careers, often in trades or sectors where they've been underrepresented, ensuring that talent pool is diverse.
That leads nicely into innovation. I saw mention of the National Bee Diagnostic Center in Beaver Lodge. Sounds pretty specialized. What's its role?
It really is unique. First lab in Canada offering that kind of comprehensive diagnostic support for honeybees and beekeepers, really advanced stuff. But its impact is broader. It supports research in animal nutrition, forage quality, pest entomology, even bioremediation. This kind of applied research directly helps improve farm productivity and sustainability, which ultimately benefits the processing sector too.
And Northwestern Polytechnic operates that. What else are they doing in ag research and training?
Yeah, NWP is quite involved. They're partnering with Lakeland College to really revitalize ag research and training locally. They're focusing on things like smart agriculture, pollinator health, obviously linked to the bee center, forage production, animal science. They're expanding applied research capacity in Beaver Lodge and Fairview. That kind of work can lead directly to new techniques, new ingredients for those value-added processors.
Which brings us to talent. You need skilled people to fill these growing roles. What do the training pathways look like locally?
It's pretty robust, actually. NWP offers a whole range: ag operations, vet tech, heavy equipment technician, business admin, all relevant. Plus, you have Northern Lakes College doing supported distance learning, which increases accessibility.
And support for specific communities, too.
Definitely. Rupert's Land Institute supports Metis individuals with job matching and training. The Western Cree Tribal Council have an Indigenous skills employment and training program. Super important for building that local workforce. And for the younger generation, careers. The next generation connects youth with opportunities in skilled trades, agriculture, healthcare, building that future pipeline. It's quite a holistic approach.
Okay, so let's try and synthesize this. For you, the professional tuning in, what's the bottom line here?
Yeah.
The overall ag employment number for the Grande Prairie, Greenview corridor might look a bit daunting at first glance.
Right, but the key takeaway, if you have to look deeper, the granular data shows these really clear, significant pockets of growth, especially in that value-added food processing, bakeries, meat, beverages. And understanding that, plus knowing about the strong local ecosystem, the support, the innovation hubs, the diverse training options, that lets you be much more strategic.
It lets you see where the real potential lies in this dynamic region, beyond just the surface numbers.
Exactly. It's about finding those specific opportunities.
So it really makes you think, doesn't it? With this strong agricultural base, combined with this growing innovation and training capacity, how might that combination shape the future of value-added food production here? Not just for the local region, but maybe for wider markets. What kinds of collaborations, what new ideas or partnerships might really unlock that next level of growth in those specific high-potential subsectors? Something for you to consider. Where could you fit in?